comedian Jessie Geller.
So I think the worst thing about being morbidly obese is that nobody ever believes you when you tell them you're cold. When I got fired from my last job, I stole a bunch of Post-its because I needed a way to remind myself to get another job. And yeah, I'm not really employed right now, but you know, I've been looking, it's just so depressing. Every day I know I'm supposed to get up and kind of sit in front of the computer and send out my resume and really ask myself, like, what is it I want to do with my life? But the question that keeps coming up is like, what hour is it permissible for me to start drinking? And I've been able to convince myself that I can write like really quirky cover letters after a few glasses of wine with subject headings like "I'm your gal" or "Look no further." But it's weird, they seem to be looking further. My friend called me this morning and she was like, "Jessie, what are you going to do with yourself today?" I'm like, "Well, I kind of want to go get a wild cherry Pepsi." That's all I got. I think if they ever decide to bring Crystal Pepsi back, the ad campaign should be, "Crystal Pepsi, we never went away, you just couldn't see us." So the same friend that called me to ask me what I was doing today told me I needed a wake-up call because I had passed out drunk on the subway on the way home from going out. And she's like, "Jessie," that's me. She's like, "Jessie, that's so dangerous. You know, you could have been assaulted or raped." But I knew she had nothing to worry about because even in my drunken state, every minute or two, I could hear the doors opening and closing and this man's voice come out and say, "Stand clear of the dozing whores, please." So I knew I had nothing to worry about. So I think if you're going to be sort of obese enough to take up multiple spots on the subway, you need to really, you know, cultivate a good "don't fuck with me" expression. Because all this fat lady, this big lady needed to do the other day was move over 3 inches, and I could have squeezed myself in, but this sort of stone cold Mr. T face she had going on, I just wasn't, like, this was the person that would have raped me on the subway, and I didn't want to really mess with that, so I let her have the seat. Plus she had this look like, you know, her day, her life was a lot harder than mine, and I am sympathetic to people that, you know, work hard. Like garbage men, I think if a garbage man finds a baby in a dumpster, he should get the rest of the day off, even if it's not his baby. But that's because I have a soft spot for that profession. Like, if for whatever reason I need to dispose of a pair of my panties in one of those sidewalk trash cans, I always put it in a plastic bag. I think it's rude not to. I was thinking that was one of those let the audience use their imagination kind of jokes, but apparently not. I don't know what guys do to women's underwear when they take them off, but at least for me, I never find them in like a delicate little bundle on the floor the next day. They're always all like jacked up, looking like they've been through Desert Storm, and it's really sad because I'll think back to when I bought the underwear, these magenta thongs that had so much promise, they were gonna change my life. And as I'm putting this like mangled wad in my purse the next day, I just want to look at them and say it wasn't supposed to turn out like that. But flirting with this guy on and off, not my boyfriend, just some guy. And he told me, you know, that if I ever mentioned his name on stage, he would kill me. But that's the thing about Jimmy Doyle, is that he's all talk. Even when I first met him, I was with my friend Dana drinking at this bar all day, and you know, we start, you know, it's getting late and I'm getting hungry, and Jimmy Doyle says, you know, come back to my house, I'll cook you lamb chops. And I was like, okay, you know, and my friend was like, Jessie, don't be stupid, don't go back to this guy's house and, you know, take his lamb chops. I'm like, I love lamb chops. And she's like, well, then we'll go to a restaurant and we'll buy you lamb chops. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go with him because his lamb chops are free. But let me tell you, if you ever meet this guy in a bar, Jimmy Doyle's lamb chops are not free. I'm Jessie Geller. I think that's my
Jessie Geller.